Gate set in a teasy.
You know who it is. Woman Bat with Woman Reacts. I got something a little interesting. LL Cool J goes off on DJ Akademiks, calling hip-hop pioneers dusty. Now, I don't know if I should talk about what I think about just that title in the beginning or at the end. Now, I heard what both of them had to say, what DJ Akademiks had to say. I heard what LL Cool J had to say. But I want to react to it with y'all, like just giving my thoughts. Shout out to Forgotten Kings TV 2.0. This came from off of his channel, or their channel, because it does say Kings. A lot of people talking about this right now. Hot 97 is talking about it. The Breakfast Club talked about it. Other people on the internet is reacting to it. It's because, like, you can't really disrespect. You can't talk about all the money you have and diss the people that came way before you that allows you to get the money. We're going to listen to this first. All right? Let's go.
That's what it is. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. Them old rappers, man, them niggas, bro, have you seen any of these old rappers who be like, yo, they're the foundation of hip hop really living good? Them niggas be looking really dusty. I kid you not. And none of y'all trying to come for me because I don't fuck with y'all niggas either. So I'm just tell y'all the truth. Y'all be looking like, every time they be like an old nigga talking about hip hop, you be like, yo, bro, you sure you invented this? Because everybody else living better than you. Facts.
Okay. So, you guys might want to record this. Make sure you're recording this or screen recording it or something so that you guys get it. I don't go live a lot. I haven't really been going live since, the pandemic, but this is something that came to my attention. It came to my attention that a DJ, and I'm not going to say any names because I don't think it's necessary. A DJ basically said that, a lot of the pioneers in hip hop are, they're dusty, or how can they be the person that, invented hip hop if, they don't have a lot of money. Or if they don't look or represent like they have a lot of dough, right? Let me explain something to you, and say this for you guys. Don't confuse someone's ability to develop a business model. Don't conflate. In other words, don't think just because somebody knows how to get money or fails to get money that they didn't make a contribution to the culture.
Right.
No one discusses Miles Davis's bank account. We don't talk about John Coltrane's bank account. We don't talk about a lot of even rock musicians, a lot of them. We don't talk about their bank accounts. A lot of great country artists, we don't talk about their bank accounts. This idea that you have to have money or else you don't have any value is a bad idea, and it's kind of like, it's a misinformed way of looking at the world and the culture. There are artists out here. First of all, let me say this. First of all, let's talk about like young artists, right? Who I love. I love the young artists. Let's be clear. I'm very much a guy who embraces the young artists. I believe in every generation. I believe in you. I care about you. Let me say this to you though. Today, you could come up with your 5-year plan, your 10-year plan, your 20-year plan. You can go find a manager. You can find an accountant. You could find somebody that means something to you, to help you. You could find a team to help your career go to the next level. When hip hop first started, there were no managers. There were no accountants that believed in it. Record companies didn't even believe in it. Nobody believed in it. How can you make a 5-year plan or a 10-year plan on something that doesn't even exist yet, that people have never even heard of? So just because a couple of these guys and girls and people out here made songs and made music and made contributions to this culture, or even dancers danced and made these contributions to culture, just because they didn't get rich, just because they weren't able to pile up millions or billions of dollars, does not mean that they didn't make a contribution to this culture. That does not mean that they didn't do something. They created an industry that we all ate off of. They created an industry that you eat off of. When you go out there and you go monetize your brand, when you go get your whatever and do what you got to do to build your career, when you go out there and negotiate your deals and negotiate your checks and talk tough, guess what? That money, that bread, that food that you eating was created by those same people that you disrespecting. That industry was created by them same people that you call in, foul words, foul language. The people that you're referring to. So my thing is this. It's always good. It's always good to get money. It's always important. It's important to get money. I agree. I'm all about getting paper. I've been talking about it my whole career. But don't ever, ever, ever confuse being rich with making a contribution to our culture. Don't ever play yourself like that again. Because trust me, you playing yourself. Because without these dudes and these girls who started this hip hop culture, a lot of the guys that's out there talking tough, you wouldn't even have a career. We'd be on the corner with a beer talking about what's the next move we gonna make. So I would say, approach this game with humility and be glad and be thankful that these pioneers, slave mentality. Be glad that these pioneers help create this culture. And let's show them love. Let's elevate them. Let's celebrate them. That's why I started Rock the Bells. That's why I started this movement. So I wouldn't have to listen to foolish rhetoric about people that changed the world. These people changed the entire world. The whole planet runs on hip hop culture right now. The whole planet. Every commercial, everything you can
Movies.
think of is all about hip hop.
TV
and
shows.
there are people out there that started this thing, and I think that they deserve to be honored and respected. I'm gonna leave it right there. I'm not gonna say no names. I'm not gonna say nothing foul. I'm not gonna go at nobody's character. I'm just gonna say, think before you speak. Peace.
And see, it's so much. First of all, shout out to LL Cool J. That was my first favorite rapper too. Shout out to LL Cool J. Shout out to Forgotten Kings TV again. It's so many layers. First of all, I don't even know where to start because there's so many layers. Like, what would make DJ Akademiks even think like that? You got to think about that. Like, what would make DJ Akademiks think like that? Because he's rich off of this whole hip hop culture. Like, the reason he's a millionaire because he talks about it all the time. Like, he talks about his money all the time. He does this, right? But what's the reason he do it? All right, he's a millionaire and he might see somebody like, I'm gonna use this for an example. I ain't even gonna say nobody's name, just somebody from the early 80s, right? And they might not be millionaires. They might not even be able to pay for their own funerals and stuff like that. They might need GoFundMes and stuff like that. But they contributed to hip hop. And Akademiks is looking at him like, how'd you contribute and you don't have anything and you're broke and you're dusty and stuff like that? That doesn't mean they didn't contribute to hip hop. They might have contributed to the part that made you a millionaire. You're a millionaire because of these people. I know who you are because of these people from the 80s, early 80s and up. Like, I never seen you DJ until I seen you at the versus battle with Soulja Boy and Bow Wow. That's my first time ever seeing him on turntables, right? And this is not a diss to DJ Akademiks, but I never seen him DJ. And the reason that you was able to make millions was not because you're a DJ. It's because you started off with the war in Chirac, which was what it was, but it was still some hip hop stuff. Facts. And then you carried on like basically doing that same thing, just in different states and cities. Facts. I've been following DJ Akademiks for a long, long time. You're a millionaire basically off of that. Because every deal you get is because of the war in Chirac. Basically, so everything you get is off of the war in Chirac. And the people in Chirac that was dissing each other off those drill beats, it was still hip hop culture. Hip hop started in the Bronx, New York. So everything started from that. It's so many layers, man. Like I don't even know where to go to next. Like we can't. One time I read a article with DMX saying he once talked about a rapper being broke, whatever, and I'm paraphrasing it because I can't remember. It was over 10 years ago when I read this article, and he said he stopped talking about people being broke in his raps because he was broke before. Like, and it's not really when people be like, you broke, like you're broke, like that's not really a diss because you don't even know what people go through, what people had to pay for, how people living, who people got to provide for to even make them broke. It's like some people are broke and still do for other people. People do, put it this way, you could be broke and still do for more people than millionaires do. Facts. So we got to stop that. Like we can't talk about the hip hop pioneers. We can't diss them and your whole existence is because of them. Like you can't be like, oh, Run GMC, man, their raps were simplistic and weak, and I wouldn't listen to that shit now. Like, cool, you don't have to listen to it, but you don't have to voice it to millions of people saying they whack and stuff like that when they're part of the reason you're doing what you're doing. Y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all get what I'm coming from. Anyways, man, like and subscribe, man. Leave a comment. I hope y'all watch this, man. This is very important, man. This is a very important conversation. We got to stop doing that, man. You can't just look at the younger rappers and see that they make hundreds of thousands of dollars on tours and stuff like that or features, and you look at somebody from the 80s that can't get $500 for a feature, but it's because of the dudes from the 80s that you're able to get hundreds of thousands of dollars for shows and features and stuff like that. It's because of them. You really have to thank them. It happens in anything, in any business. People are going to get paid more than they did back in those days. This conversation, it can go many different ways. So like and subscribe, like I said, comment. More.
Gate set in a teasy.